there, hello, and welcome to Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat. Some of the most popular programs on TV have always been police dramas. From the earliest days of movies, radio, and television, people have tuned in to see how law enforcement was going to catch the bad guys and keep us all safe. We've been reading from 1 Samuel lately, and I wonder what that would look like as a police drama. The story you are about to see is true. Only some of the details have been changed to turn it into a police drama. This is the city. I work here. I carry a badge. My name's Saul. It was a Friday. Police Commissioner Samuel had called me to his office. As Chief of Police, this wasn't unusual. What was unusual was why. I suppose you're wondering why I called you here today. I was hoping you'd give me the facts. Of course. As you know, our police department has been after the gang known as the Amalekites for years. Yes, but their leader Agag has been difficult to track down. He has thousands of men, and we've been unable to catch him. That's all about to change. We have word that he is going to be on Ravine Street. I want you to take every available man you have and set up a dragnet. Arrest him and his entire gang. We also know that he and his men have stolen and modified many vehicles. I want them all impounded. Let's not leave one of his men or any of his cars on the street. Yes, Commissioner, I'm on my way. I gathered all the men and I was on my way. We knew this gang was responsible for some of the worst crimes in the city. They often would prevent little old ladies from crossing the street. They would remove mufflers from cars, making them twice as loud, and they would jaywalk in random places. They had to be stopped, which meant we had to stop them. Chief Saul, we have captured all the Amalekites. Not one has gotten away. We are currently hauling them all down to the jail to be booked. Good work, Officer Dano. What about the cars that they are purported to have? Well, I think that we have them all. I heard Officer Jonathan was looking them over. You think? You heard? Just the facts, officer. I need to know what we actually know. Yes, sir. Well, that sounds like them, though. And they sound pretty powerful. Maybe we could keep the good ones for our new patrol cars and just impound the not so good ones. That could be a good use of department resources. If you want to use them, you're gonna need me. Officer Dano, I thought that you said that all of the Amalekites had been arrested. This is the most important Amalekite of them all. This is Agag, their leader. Yes, sir. Before we took him in, we thought that you might want to talk to him. Good thinking, officer. Why don't you go join the other officers in making sure we've got all of the other Amalekites and we're impounding all of their cars? Well, at least the ones that don't run so well. Let's leave the best ones out for now. Yes, sir. So, Agag, what's this I hear about needing you to run the cars? Well, these are my gang's cars, so naturally we fix them up in a way that only we could know how to make them run. But I'm willing to make a deal. You let me walk, and I'll give you the secret to running all these cars. Let you walk? But you're the most notorious gang leader in the city, and I have very specific instructions from the commissioner to bring you in. True, but think of how much money you'll save the department by having those new cars. Plus, with how fast they are, no one could ever get away from your men. Besides, you've already arrested all of my gang members. What harm could I possibly do now? Why, with all that you've done, they'll probably want to give you a medal. That's true. I should get a medal. In fact, I think I'll award myself one. All right, Agag, you get to walk, provided you give us what we want. What's going on here? Ah, Commissioner Samuel, I've done everything that you told me to do. You have? Then what is this revving of engines that I hear? Why is Agag not in handcuffs? Well, we impounded all of the non-working vehicles. But the men that you sent with me wanted to keep the best ones for ourselves so that your police force could have great patrol cars. And we needed Agag to be able to make them run. But other than that, we've done everything that you told us to do. Enough! Do you really think that faster patrol cars are the most important thing here? We need to wipe out all the crime from our streets. You doing your job is way more important than patrol cars. The city expects you to arrest criminals. Since you're not willing to do what you're supposed to do, I am going to have to remove you as chief and put someone else in charge. Someone who is wanting to do what's right for the city. I may have messed up, but could you come back with me to the police station? I was going to give myself an award for taking down the Amalekites, and it'll look really good on my resume since it looks like I'll be needing a new job. Fine, but we need to arrest Agag first. Do you have any officers nearby that can do it? Yeah, Officer Dano is right over there. Good. Come over here, officer. Book him, Dano. The story you have just seen is true. Some details were changed to make it a police drama. As a result of Saul's disobedience, Samuel had to remove him from his position as chief of police. Saul did not like this outcome and did everything in his power to stop the next chief of police from getting his job. Samuel felt horrible about what had happened with Saul, but never saw him again. Saul is one of the saddest stories in the Bible. He started out with such great potential, but ended up losing everything. What we just watched was based off of 1 Samuel chapter 15. The Lord had Samuel instruct Saul to destroy the Amalekites, leaving nothing behind. Instead, Saul destroyed the weak and undesirable things, but he and his men kept the best stuff. Saul also allowed the Amalekite king, Agag, to live. When Samuel went to confront Saul about all of this, he couldn't even find him at first because Saul had gone to build a monument to himself. When Samuel did finally catch up with him, at first Saul claimed to have done everything that he had been told. But then Samuel asked why he was hearing the Amalekites' animals. Then Saul claimed that his men made him keep the best animals to sacrifice to God. Samuel responded with a very famous line in 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. To obey is better than sacrifice. Whatever Saul's excuse for not obeying God, it wasn't good enough. God wasn't interested in what Saul thought that he could do for him or why Saul thought that his way was better than God's. God wanted Saul to do what the Lord had told him to do. Saul even tried to say, I did most of what the Lord commanded. Partial obedience is still disobedience. We either follow God or we don't. God is looking for people that he can trust to do what he tells them to do. Are you that person? Unfortunately, Saul wasn't. And because of that, he lost the kingdom of Israel, and God put a different person in charge, one who desired to follow the Lord. Sometimes we don't understand why God is having us do something, or we think that we have a better idea, or we might get nervous about what others might think. No matter what, we have to decide that following the Lord is always the best way, and the way that we want to go. The more that we do that, the more that God will entrust us with. Will you be someone that the Lord can trust? I'm Pastor Pat with Base Camp, a ministry of Summit Church in beautiful beautiful Bozeman, Montana. We'd love to have you join us for services. We meet every Sunday at 10 o'clock. You can also keep joining us online on our website, summitchurchmt.com, or on Facebook or YouTube at Summit Church MT. Our children's ministry Facebook page is Base Camp Kids Min. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share while there. God has got great things for you to do, but you've got to be willing to do everything His way. Can He count on you? Until next time, bye! Well, this has been a hard and disappointing day. I cannot believe that I got fired simply for not doing my job. Only one thing could cheer me up right about now. Hey, does anybody around here know how to play the harp? I would love it if one of you could play the harp for me and I threw sticks and spears at you. Can anybody do that?